Not a bad start into the city of Big Spring, beginning to slowly pick up a little bit of a kind of breeze around 11 miles an hour. That is a sustained wind walking out the door, currently 53 degrees. It is rather looking nice and clear out there, but windier conditions are going to pick up as we head into the next several hours. We're going to be talking gusts nearly around 35 to possibly 45 miles per hour, as we're already starting to pick up winds near 30 up into Seminole, around 26 miles per hour. Some gusty winds, especially up in areas towards Lubbock. This cold front is really going to keep making its way more southward as we head into the next couple hours or so, as a lot of us are slowly starting to pick up on that northerly wind, but those winds are, at least with the more of the kind of cooler air mass, is really going to start pushing into the next several hours. But otherwise, 57 out into Midland right now, 58 into Odessa and Abilene, with 66 still rather warm out into near areas of Mason, with 60 all the way down into Presidio. Otherwise, the bus stop forecast, we are looking nice and cool in the morning, but we'll start to pick up on a breeze by around the 8 to around 10 a.m. hour area wide, and more so but by that time we head into recess, it really is going to be pushing through, so kids are going to have to hold on tight. It's rather going to be breezy, but we're going to be looking rather comfortable heading home, but still going to be breezy in fact, but the winds will calm down just a little bit by around that 4 to 6 p.m. hour. Otherwise, 68 out into Midland for the high today, going around 70 in Winters and Abilene, with 71 in San Angelo, with 70 out into Eden. We can see how those winds are really going to pick up. This is what it could look like around that 12 p.m. hour. We're talking again those gusts around 35 to 45 miles an hour, especially up into near the Guadalupe Pass, possibly even up near 50 miles an hour. But the winds will calm down just a smidge, not by a whole lot, but around 20 to 30 mile per hour gusts by the 5 p.m. hour. But we're going to continue with those breezy conditions as we head into tomorrow, especially well off into the heartland. So we can see how that cold front is going to swing and make a full passage across the state of Texas. But heading into tomorrow morning, it is really going to be chilly. A lot more of us into those lower 40s and upper 30s, really watching along into our northern counties and the higher elevated terrain, where there is a freeze watch in effect. Maybe the first freeze in the seasons, but I think it's going to be a close call. I think the higher elevated terrain has a better shot, unfortunately, but I think really heading into Thursday morning, really we might have a bit more in the way of freeze watches across the region, as temperatures are really going to get cooler, with a lot more of us into those middle to upper 30s, as well as some lower 40s heading into Thursday morning. So keep that in mind. It is really going to be chilly tonight, but Thursday morning is even going to be a little bit chillier. But heading into Friday, though, on Halloween, temperatures are slowly going to warm back up. It's going to take its time, but more of those 70s and 80s will return heading into the weekend.